Hi everybody, how are you all doing? I hope you're having a good weekend so far. So today is Saturday the 22nd of February 2014 and we are back with Smallville Alien chapter 10. So we're on to the final three chapters. Brian Miller did confirm last week that Lantern and Chaos are both full arcs as opposed to side stories, and they're just going to run straight through. So there's not going to be any breaks in between all the stories from now until Chaos. I don't know what's going to happen after Chaos, but yeah, it's going to be, let's just run all the way through now. So that'll be interesting. I can't wait for that. Anyway, chapter 10. Here we go. This was quite a fast-paced, action-packed chapter. Obviously, on the back of last week's chapter, the Monitor knocked Clark into the waters. Lex is going to save Clark, bearing in mind that Clark's glasses have come off, his shirt has been ripped open, so it's exposing his actual costume underneath. You know, we're wondering if Lex is actually going to find out Clark's secrets, you know, because we obviously remember in the TV show, he and Clark were both, you know, friends for a time, and then became sworn enemies, and then Tess decided to use the neurotoxin on him at the final episode, and Lex forgot everything up until that moment. So that was a bit of a painful procedure for Lex. Even at one point in the comic where Lex is facing up against the Monitor, you know, he's wondering why he hates Superman so much. He has no idea why. He understands that there's this hatred for him, but he's just got no clues why he hates him. And this is during this moment, you know, the Monitor is, you know, wanting to end Alex's life. You know, for whatever reason, he feels he's not worthy of. What does he say here? He says that there is a majesty to oblivion you simply are not worthy of witnessing. You know, and Lex kind of feels a little bit offended by that. He's not happy that the Monitor would actually say something like that against him, knowing that Lex is probably the most intelligent person on the planet. You know, why would the Monitor want to actually end someone as useful, as I would say, as Lex could be to him? But before the Monitor could even finish off Lex, Superman shows up. You know, and he can see that Lex is obviously flat out on the snow. His heart rate is slowing. He's then got to sort himself out. But he warms up Lex, puts a fire around him with his heat vision. He eventually gets back in contact with the Watchtower, and they're gauging the reason why the Monitor was able to hurt Clark in the manner that he did. We found out that whilst he's from another dimension as such, that the energy that the Monitor is using isn't from, you know, their Earth as such. It's coming from elsewhere. So that gives Superman an idea that because he doesn't have to play by their rules as such, he now understands what he might need to do to eventually beat off the Monitor. Both Emil Hamilton and Tess are wondering, right, who else can we use to help you out? You know, at one point they suggest Supergirl, but then Clark was like, no, because if you can hurt me, he will be able to hurt and kill her as well. But then the best bit was when Emil was like, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you actually talk Hades into surrender? Yeah, slightly different, you know, methods here. You know, we're talking with two different types of villains here. What works for one won't work for the other. And then it does end abruptly. For me, I felt it did end quite abruptly, but again, I think it's because it just felt so fast-paced. There was a great deal of action in there as well. The conversation taking place between Clark, Emil, and Tess as well was quite, you know, intense in a lot of sense as well. So for me, whilst it was the normal 23-page digital comic, it just felt so quick. And it ended really quickly as well. And the way that it ends, you know, we've got Superman flying towards the Monitor spaceship. And what he's going to plan to do from there, we won't know until next week, obviously. But how this is going to conclude is going to be interesting. Don't forget, Batman's got his own problems as well back in Gotham, with what looks like obviously the Joker impersonating Batman as well. So that'll be a interesting conclusion there, hopefully. So yeah, no, again, really good chapter. As I say, very fast paced. But even the cover, if you notice the cover, it's got Black Adam in there. So I'm wondering if we're going to see Black Adam. Oh no, it's not actually Black Adam. It is the Monitor. Sorry, do apologise. It looks like Black Adam, but no, it is the Monitor. I'm sorry, my eyes. I'm getting old. That's my excuse. So yeah, no, it's the Monitor. Sorry, I do apologise. At first I was like, what's Black Adam doing on the front cover? But yeah, now that I look at it, it is actually the Monitor. So apologies. But yeah, as I say, can't wait to see what next week has, and then obviously the final chapter after that. So very interesting times ahead. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.